Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Garrett DJ Deuce with another pickup video for you guys. It is Sunday, February 8th, 2015. Had a pretty good week this week. Tons of pickups, a lot of Craigslist deals going on. I picked up a huge RPG lot. Had an awesome trade with Kacy the Gamenerd. Tons of eBay arrivals, primarily PS2 games that I've been trying to pick up to complete the collection. Had a pretty good weekend at the flea market. Yesterday there was a seller that was pretty much selling all his stuff dirt cheap. He was like, fill a bag for 20 bucks, so I picked up 3 bags of stuff for $60 plus some other stuff that I found. Today when I went to the flea market, yet another seller strikes again. This guy was selling tons of stuff dirt cheap. I was with the homie Vernon 6th Gen Hardy. He got some good deals too. So all that'll be covered in this week's video. So before we start, I wanted to say congratulations to Chris Retrorat and his wife. They are now new parents of a beautiful, healthy baby boy. Congratulations again from our family to yours. Blessings. Let's start with an item that I forgot to shoot in the videos that make up this video. It's an eBay pickup. And it's something that I've been looking for a very long time. This is the Resident Evil Chainsaw Controller. I paid 120 bucks for this. That included free shipping. It is factory sealed, so I'll probably wait till I actually want to play the game before I actually crack this open and give it a whirl. And now on to the pickups. Alright, so here's a really quick video of that $20 Craigslist score that I got. We'll start off with these 2 DVDs. These were $1 a piece. Super Smash Brothers was 15 bucks. It did not come with the manual. Gunstar Heroes was $1. Streets of Rage 2 was $1. The Simpsons Bart vs. the Space Mutants was $1. Virtua Fighter 2 was a freebie for buying stuff, as well as Eternal Eyes for the PS1. This is actually going to be traded off to Retro Rats, so I'm going to get some trade deals in place for that and get that out to him. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so here are more PS2 titles that I picked up off of eBay. A lot of these are common titles and ranged between the $2 and $4 range, with the exception of Blood Will Tell. That one was a little pricey, but I had to pick that up because I could not find that at all in the wild. So let's start from left to right. I've got 2 copies of Aragon. The reason why I have 2 copies is the left side is just a standard game, and the right side has a concession cash voucher inside. We've got 187 Ride or Die, Shocks, Haven, NHL Face Off 2003, Call of Duty 2 Big Red One Collector's Edition, City Crisis, Shaolin Showdown, NASCAR 2001, The Italian Job, Carmen Sandiego, The Secret of the Stolen Drums, NASCAR Thunder 2002, MTV's Pimp My Ride Street Racing, MLB Power Pros 2008, MLB Power Pros, Blood Will Tell, and finally, The Incredibles, Rise of the Underminer. Alright, so this is a huge RPG lot that I picked up tonight. It is Tuesday, February 3rd, 2015. A friend of mine named PJ text messaged me to let me know that a friend of his was expecting another child, so he wanted to offload his RPG collection. Now, this friend of his didn't want to sell anything separately, didn't want to split up the lot in any way, and my friend was really only interested in about 4 games out of this lot. So there was a total of 42 games. The guy wanted $10 a piece for each game, so it was $420. My friend pulled out 4, and I paid $380 for the rest of it. That's an average of $10 a game, which is an awesome deal. We'll start with the PS2 games. I have all of these PS2 games, so these are all doubles. Got Dawn of Mana, Atelier Iris Eternal Mana, Mega Man Anniversary Collection, La Pucelle Tactics, Phantom Brave, Dragon Quarter. That's the God of War Hydra Battle demo disc, and it's sealed. We've got Odin Sphere, Shining Tears, Evergrace, Legaia 2, Star Ocean, Tekken 3, which is the odd game out of this collection. That CD case has 4 memory cards. That's not counted as a game. We've got Cardia, Grundia, Parasite Eve 1 and Parasite Eve 2, Chrono Cross, Rhapsody, Vandal Hearts, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy Anthology, Final Fantasy Chronicles, Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy Tactics, Star Ocean, Breath of Fire 3, Breath of Fire 4, Marvel Superheroes, Pocket Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Marvel vs. Capcom, Street Fighter Alpha 3, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and finally Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Alright, so here is a trade that I did with Kacy the Gamenerd. So the trades were mainly for Mugen Souls for the PS3, and that's factory sealed. Also a sealed copy of Sakura Wars. So pretty much everything else was extras that he threw in. This is an empty box for Virtua Fighter PC, an instruction book for Mortal Kombat 3, some Pokemon styluses, a loose copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds, and a bunch of bootlegged Game Boy Color games. We got SD Gundam Kunitori, Ray Thunder, Alien V, Doraemon, GB Mask Rider, F-15 Strike Eagle, and finally a loose copy of Riven. It's got all 4 CDs. Thanks again for the trades, Kacy. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to the next one. Alright, so what we have here are more PS2 titles that I picked up off of eBay. A lot of these came from JJ Games, and a lot of these were priced between $2 and $3 with free shipping. So let's get started. We've got Sega NFL 2K2, NCAA March Madness 2003, NBA 2K6, March Madness 2002, NHL 2K7, Triple Play Baseball, History Channel Battle for the Pacific, Hitman Blood Money, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 06, Stuntman Ignition, ESPN NHL Hockey, PlayStation Underground Jam Pack Winter 2003, Carol Vorderman's Sudoku, Crazy Frog Arcade Racer, Disney High School Musical Sing It, All-Star Baseball 2002, Backyard Football 2008, NFL Game Day 2000, that's just sticker blocking it, I'm not really sure, but Major League Baseball 2K5, MVP Baseball 2003, High Heat Major League Baseball 2003, Hidden Invasion, ESPN Basketball, Smuggler's Run 2, World Tour, Auto Modelista, NCAA Final Four 2004. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so what we have here are a couple of thrift store pickups and a PS2 game from the homie Vernon. We'll start off with Wii Fit Plus for the Wii. Got this at an ARC, and I paid $1.99 for it. Donkey Kong Barrel Blast for the Wii, and I also paid $1.99 for it. UEFA Euro 2008 Soccer. I paid $2.99 for this. Got a copy of Star Wars Republic Commando for the original Xbox. Picked this up at a Goodwill for $1.99. Same Goodwill, found a copy of Rally Fusion for $1.99. This is the PS2 game that I got from the homie Vernon 6th Gen, Medal of Honor Vanguard. And finally, got a copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004. This is a 4-disc compilation. I picked it up for $1.99. This is going to be a recouper that I'm going to sell on eBay for 20 bucks. And that is pretty much it. Alright, so these pickups are a combination of Craigslist, eBay, and some pawn shop pickups. We'll start off with this Sega Saturn empty box. There's no system in it, but it did come with all the cardboard inner trays, the AV cable, a demo disc, and the power cord. The Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest is sealed from eBay. Biker Mice from Mars is sealed from eBay. Then we've got NBA Shootout 2001 and 2003. Ace Combat Zero, The Belkin War, I picked up at an ARC for $4.99. The Simpsons game and Sims 2 Castaway were pawn shop pickups, $3 a piece. Gallop and Ride was $7. And Young Justice Legacy was $3. Alright, so this next set of pickups is a combination of Craigslist, eBay, and a couple of thrift stores. So we'll start off with the Beatles RockBand drum kit. It's actually a whole bundle. This bundle included the drum kit, the cymbals, that guitar, the Hofner bass guitar, all the gear to hook up the entire drum kit. It also came with the dongles for all the instruments and a pair of microphones. So this entire bundle was 40 bucks, and here's the Craigslist ad for that. So he wanted $60 or best offer, so I shot him an offer of 40 bucks, and he took it. So met up with him, checked it all out, made sure everything worked, and here's what I got for 40 bucks. Got the Beatles Rock Band drum kit with a pair of cymbals. Got the I think this is a Stratocaster guitar. And of course the Hofner bass guitar. And then there's all the stuff to put it all together. There's the base of the drum set, 2 microphones, and the dongles. So 40 bucks for this entire kit. So I went to an ARC up North Academy and found a couple of Wii games for $1.99 a piece. It's Minute to Win It and Cooked or Be Cooked. Also found a GameCube game, Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, and that was also $1.99. And finally, I found a PS1 controller, and this one was $4.99. So I went to another ARC, and in the electronics section, I found a pair of Wavebirds. I couldn't find the receivers for these, but each of these were only $2.99 a piece. $2.99, $2.99. Alright, so while I was digging for the receivers, I found a power brick for the GameCube, which was $3.99, and the AV cables for the GameCube for $2.99, but no GameCube. So I went to go pay for everything, went up to the register, and I kind of made a comment to the cashier saying I wish these had the receivers because they're kind of useless without them. And I guess there was a woman behind me who was just getting off her shift, and she was standing in line to pay for stuff, and she said, you know what, those did come with receivers. They were in a separate bag, and she described them, and I was like, yeah, it sounds like it was those are the receivers. So she said for me to go back in electronics and like check every nook and cranny to see if you know, it was still there. So I went back there, started tearing up the place. I could not find the receivers, but while I was doing all this, there was a guy that came from the back, and he had a cart full of new items that were priced and waiting to be shelved. So I asked him if I could take a look inside there to see if possibly it was in there. It was not, but I did find some GameCube games, was in a little basket. So I found Animal Crossing, Kirby Air Ride, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Mario Party 5, the Game Boy Player Startup Disc, an Indigo GameCube controller. So for each of these games, they were priced a little bit differently. So Animal Crossing is $3.99. Kirby Air Ride was also $3.99. Super Smash Bros. Melee is also $3.99. And Mario Party 5 was priced at $2.99. The Game Boy Player Startup Disc was $3.99. Something's wrong with the focus on the camera. And finally, the Indigo controller was $2.99. What's wrong with the focus? Okay. This was an eBay pickup. This game was about $2.89, I believe, with this free shipping. So picked that up from JJ Games. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so these next pickups are a combination of eBay, some pawn shops, and thrift stores. We'll start off with the top game, which is called Chaos Wars for the PS2. It is still sealed. This is a crossover game. I'm going to have to crack the seal and give it a shot. Came with a pack of Lunar Silver Star Harmony cards, still sealed. Picked up a copy of NBA Ballers Phenom for 50 cents at a pawn shop. SSX, ATV Off-Road Fury, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, Arena Football. Those are all $1. Tekken 5 was $2. Midway's Arcade Treasures was $2. Brave, The Search for Spirit Dancer was $1. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 was from the Ark, and that was $1.99. World Tour for the PlayStation 2, that was $1. And finally, Kid Icarus. Picked this up for $3. Alright, so here is that huge flea market lot that I was talking about. One reseller had fill a bag for $20. So I got each of these bags for $20 a piece. And then I spent a total of $27 on the rest. So let's cover the other stuff that I found at the flea market. I got Super Monkey Ball Adventure, or Super Monkey Ball for the GameCube for $1. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a DVD. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show, and this is Mario Spellbound, that was $1. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show. King Koopa Catastrophe. I got a Jane's Combat Simulator game, Advanced Tactical Fighter for $1. Got this PS2 Fat untested for $5, no cords, and a PS2 Slim for $5, no cords. So those are untested. I'm not even sure if those are going to work or not. I picked up these games for $1 a piece. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the Dreamcast, Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation, Silent Hill for the PS1, Unreal Tournament for the Dreamcast, and finally, Crazy Taxi 2. Those are $1 a piece. Found these in a stack of CDs. These were $1 a piece. Got Daytona USA Championship Circuit Edition and Die Hard Arcade. Got this big box Guitar Hero for the PlayStation 2. This was $3. It does not have the game, just the guitar. And finally, Merlin. I picked this up for $2. Alright, so here are those 3 big bags that I got for $20 each. I filled these up to the brim. I mean, literally until like nothing else could fit. Let's start with this one. $20 per bag. I'm not sure exactly what's all in here. I grabbed toys, I grabbed electronics, I just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, this guy was just wanting to get rid of everything, so everything had to go. And he just kept emptying out more and more boxes. It was just insane. So let's start off with this Game Boy Micro. It doesn't have a game in it, but that was in there. Got a kind of broken DS Lite that had Sonic Advance 3 in it. It's a really dirty screen. Everything's just toast, but 20 bucks for the whole bag. I'm not even gonna trip. All right, Point Blank 2. I got NFL Quarterback Club 97 for the Sega Saturn. An N64 controller. Got a little Crash handheld game, electronic game. Xbox 360 wireless adapter. Got a bag of Pokemon cards. Haven't even checked if there's any rares, and I was just grabbing a whole bunch of stuff. Sprint Cars, World of Outlaws. I didn't even check in to see if there were games in some of these. Simpsons Hit and Run. Games in there. Front Mission 4 demo disc. NBA Action 98 for the Saturn. Looks like there's 2 games in there. Sega Rally Championship. Virtua Fighter 2, not for resale. That's a single disc. Daytona USA. Got these cool little Super Mario Brothers keychains. Ice Age 2 The Meltdown. That's in there. SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. That's in there. Deca Sports 2 for the Wii. And it's not in there. Wii Sports is in there. Sega Saturn Memory Card Plus. Martian Gothic Unification. It's in there. Dog's Life. No manual. Spyro handheld game. As you can see, I was just grabbing a bunch of stuff. Didn't care what it was as long as it was video game related. Spyro the Eternal Night for the PS2. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the PlayStation 2. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2009. Another copy of Wii Sports. Let me see if these discs are... Yeah, they're kind of scratched. I didn't even see if this was in here. I just grabbed it. This is a wireless keyboard for a Mac. Oh, it is in there. Yep, that's in awesome shape with the box. PS2 DualShock controller. Another PS2 DualShock controller. This looks like an aftermarket and it is busted. So that is trash. Got the Duke Xbox original controller. Sega Saturn 6-button controller. Speed Punks for the PS1. Just grab a bag of accessories. We got a memory card, PS1 controller, and the power cords and AV cable. This is a Nintendo Power Brick. Looks like for the regular Nintendo. And it's got the RF switch as well. I got a miscellaneous cable. I try to grab these kind of cables because they're for the PS2, and then the ones that are rounded on both sides are for like the PS1, I believe. Found Japanimation cards. They're all in there, I think. Broken PlayStation 2 Magic Gate memory card. PS2 Power Brick. Another PS2 Power Brick. Karaoke Revolution American Idol. It's got the game, I believe, and the microphone. I mean, all this stuff is just, like, all over the place. Grabbed a bag of toys because there was some Pokemon in there. I I just saw like Pikachu. There's a Yoshi in there, Luigi. So just a bunch of random toys I just threw in that first bag too. Got a RockBand for the Wii, I believe. This is for the drums. 720 for the Game Boy Color. NASCAR Challenge for the Game Boy Color. There was a PS2 Slim in there. No game. Got a Filipino hat. I am part Filipino. I'm Filipino, Hawaiian, Chinese, and Japanese. So, I just threw that in the bag as well. Another Ziploc bag I threw in there. Just a bunch of random, there's pigtails. It's a pigtail for a controller, Xbox original. Looks like the AV cables and whatnot. And what is this? I'm not sure what this exactly is. Looks to be some wireless controller, and you can plug a memory card in there for the Xbox original. PlayStation Jam Pack. Shadow of Rome demo disc, and this is sealed. I really don't know where this guy got this locker from, but whoever had this locker is probably really upset now because there's tons of video game stuff in here. I think this is for the PlayStation or the Dreamcast. It's for the PlayStation. This is an AV cable. All right, and here are the goodies. Oh man, this is so beaten up. A really beat up Game Boy Advanced SP. It's an AGS 101 though. Yep, it's an AGS 101. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Arcade Advance. Little Game Boy SP charger. Another Game Boy Advance. This is the white one. My focus is all out of whack. There we go. We got Dinosaur for the Game Boy Color. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. NFL Football for the Game Boy. Monster Trucks. Mickey's Racing Adventure. Miss Pac-Man. NFL Quarterback Club, I believe. Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championships Tournament 2004. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Eternal Duelist Soul. And Tony Hawk's Underground. Got a silver Game Boy Advance. In really bad shape. No battery cover. Yoshi's Cookie and Pac-Man. Ooh. Gargoyles for the Game Boy and Winnie the Pooh's Adventures. Oh. Castlevania Adventure and Paperboy. Tons of stuff. Roger Clemens MVP Baseball and Super RC Pro-Am. Kirby's Dream Land. Nice. Ruby and Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I think these are real too. I'll check them later. See if they're real. Got another Spyro handheld thing. I guess you can get from Burger King or whatever. Super Dodgeball. Wow, Atlas made this? Yep, Super Dodgeball. And finally, this looks like a Glacier Game Boy Advance with a protective sleeve over it. But again, no battery cover. Alright, so here is bag number 2 from that reseller. This is also filled to the brim. I crammed as much as I could fit in there. So we'll take off some of these toys that I threw in here. This guy had everything. He was just dumping tons of stuff. And again, there were some bins that had all sorts of cords and cables, and I was just digging and putting a whole bunch of stuff in my bag. You know, they didn't even bother to look and see what was in it, because obviously, as long as your bag is full of stuff, it's yours. So I was having a blast. Alright, So this is the second bag. We'll start off with the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind Game of the Year Edition, Platinum Hits. Got a couple of metal CDs here. This is Job for a Cowboy. Love that band. Kill Switch Engage. There's a weird looking tablet here, and it's in there with all the paperwork, and I don't know what this is. Oh, that's an attachment to connect to hardwire, I guess, for internet. I don't even know if that works, but who cares. 20 bucks to fill the bag. Got a Super NES. Yellowing on the bottom. Top is clean as hell. Super NES. Silent Hill 3. Let me see if this is in here. Yep. Oh, it's got the double. Oh, it doesn't have the bonus CD. That sucks. It's alright. 20 bucks for this bag. Can't complain. Got Monster 4 Legos. Got another Kill Switch Engage album. Found a bag of little Japanimation characters, like Samurai Warriors and what. I just threw that in the bag. Got a Transformer here. What the little circle things are not in there. P90X. The complete P90X set on DVD. This is General Grievous's wheel ship. I'm not sure if it's complete. Just grabbed it anyways. Space Invaders for the Super NES. Classic basketball from Mattel. Game Boy Advanced SP. JC. This is a AGS 001. I don't know if that works or not. Enter the Matrix. I don't have a black. Ah, the case is empty. Darn it. Oh well. 20 bucks again for the bag. Got a little Pelican wireless controller without the receiver. Probably toss this because it's worthless without the receiver. Can't use it. Found a Mutant Ninja Turtles character, I believe. Oh. Yoshi on a bike. A couple of Littlest Pet Shop characters that were in there. Mulan. Got Lilo. And another LPS. Wow, more LPSs. I grabbed a bunch. Some more Littlest Pet Shop toys. These look like they're all the controllers for the Super NES. And that's also a Game Boy Advance charger. Super NES power brick. Super NES controller. And where's the AV cable? Perfect. Finally, Namco Museum Black Label. Here's the third bag that cost me $20. Ow! Filled this bad boy up to the brim too. All right. Whew. Tons of cables and everything. Oh, does this have games in it? Nope. All right. So we'll start off with this PlayStation 1 CD carrying case. I believe these are AV cables to an iPad or something. Yeah, it looks like for an iPad. But that was in a little Ziploc bag, so I threw that in my bag. Got a power cord for a PS2. Found a little Asian vase. My wife and I like to collect things like this. Like there. It's all over our living room. So got that. Shoved that in the bag. I forget what characters these are from, but these are original 1980-something characters. They're missing, of course, like a lot of the pieces, but this is pure metal from the 80s. So if anybody knows, let me know what these are. Appreciate it. Got a vintage 1964 Snoopy. 1969, sorry. Or, yep, 1969. I'll have to look this up and see if this is anything special, but I'm a big Snoopy fan, so this is actually going to be, you know, staying in my collection. All right, so another power cord for a PS1 or 2. Ton of memory cards. I just grabbed every single memory card. These are Mad Cats for the GameCube. Got a couple of PlayStation memory cards here too as well. There was a Sega Genesis in that bin. No power cord when I found it, but it comes with a controller. And it's missing the little side. So this can actually be slipped into a Sega CD Model 2. So that was in there as well. And this, I think, is part of those metallic figures right there. I believe these are the power bricks for the Sega Genesis. I just saw this in a Ziploc bag and grabbed it. So, let's see. That is a Sega power brick. And this one is a Nintendo power brick. And it's for a regular NES. So, always good to have a bunch of those. Alright, we got Ranma DVD, another Ranma DVD, found an empty case for Tak and the Power of Juju, found the instruction manuals for a GameCube, but no GameCube, got a PlayStation Underground CD mag, I don't even know if it's in here, let's see, nope, of course not. But still, again, 20 bucks for the whole bag. This is a GunCon 2. Yep, this is a GunCon 2 for like Vampire Night and Time Crisis and whatnot for the PlayStation 2. And what is this? I think this is a GunCon 3. Yeah, this is a GunCon 3 for like Time Crisis 4. Because it's got the little joystick on the side. This is actually pretty cool. I thought it was just another GunCon 2. So that's a bonus. This one took me a while to untangle out of that bin. There was a lot of tangled wires in there. I almost wished I had a pair of scissors so I could just start cutting away. This is a PlayStation 2 power cord set, and then there's an extra one here by itself. Found 2 Game Boy colors in there. They're both teal, and they both are missing the backs. So I'll probably have to get some aftermarket backs for those. Those are going to be recoupers. Another power cord. These type can be used for the Sega Dreamcast as well. So I try to pick these up as much as I can because, you know, you never know if you're going to need one, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5 million. Alright, another Duke controller. This one looks a little rough. Yeah, this one's in pretty bad shape, but still, again, $20 for the whole bag. Another, this is actually for a Super NES. Super NES power brick. Now this is strange. I've never seen this before. So if anybody can tell me what it is, please let me know. The one end is, you know, a Nintendo, you know, a typical Nintendo connector, but at the other end it looks like a serial or like a parallel or serial kind of a connection. So if anybody knows what this is, please let me know. I just grabbed it because I've never seen one. So that was pretty cool. Also got an Xbox 360 AV cable. PlayStation 2 memory card. And finally, the last item, a PlayStation 2 or 1 AV cable. Alright, so these pickups are from after the flea market today. I went to a couple of thrift stores and independent records, and one of these games is from eBay. So we'll start off with this bundle here. I bought this for 40 bucks at a mom and pop thrift store called The Treasure Shop. I know the owner of that shop very well, so You know, he texts me every once in a while asking for pricing information on certain non-gaming items. So in return, when I go in there, he usually gives me really good deals. So for 40 bucks, I got a copy of Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, which was actually free. He tossed that in for free. Got a copy of Kingdom Hearts for free. This silver DS Lite came with Zelda Spirit Tracks, and he charged me 35 bucks for this, which includes the case. Got a pair of Xbox pigtails for the Xbox controllers, and these were 50 cents a piece. And finally, a bunch of PS2 common titles that I picked up for $1 a piece. So we've got Ford versus Chevy, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and this is actually a PAL version of this game. So this is my first PAL game in the collection. Also got a copy of Get on the Mic for $1, as well as a copy of Wheel of Fortune for $1. So all that was 40 bucks, no tax. Thank you very much, Dale, and the rest of his family for always hooking me up every time I go there. I went to an ARC, and I picked up this cool PSP clock. As you can see, it's working. And today at the ARC, every colored tag except for orange and green were 50% off. So I picked this up for $5.99, and it actually only costed me $3. I also found a copy of NBA Ballers Rebound. That was $3.99, but half off, so it was only $2. Copy of Blue's Clues Blues Big Musical. This was $1.99, but half off, so only $1. This game here, NBA Shootout 2004, this was actually a freebie from eBay. I ordered this game, and whoever the seller was sent me the wrong copy of a game, and coincidentally, it was a game that I didn't have, so I messaged him saying, you sent me the wrong game. So they said, keep the game, and we'll send you the correct game. So I got a copy of NBA Shootout 2004 for free. Went to an independent records, and I picked up a couple of games. Where's the other game? It's underneath. All right, so I picked up a copy of Star Ocean Till the End of Time. Picked it up for $10.99. I already have a copy of this game, but I don't have one that came in the big box. So what I'll probably do is I will take the copy out of this one, flip it for probably $9 or $10, and then essentially get this case for free, the box for free, excuse me. And then finally I got a copy of God Hand. This is a Capcom title that I've been wanting to play. It's a beat 'em up, and it was $12.99. Which is pretty cheap because this actually charged for about $30. So I got it for a little over half off of retail. So that was awesome to find. And then finally, I went to an ARC and I picked up this Rubik's Zigzag puzzle. I've had one of these when I was young, back in the mid-'80s. And I counted all the pieces, it's all in there. And this only cost me $1. So it was $1.99, but pink was half off today, so essentially $1. Alright, so this is round 2 of the flea market. Today is Sunday. Let's get started with the regular pickups. There was a family selling a bunch of stuff, and I saw 2 Xboxes stacked on top of each other. I asked him if, you know, how much he wanted for each Xbox, and he said he wanted to sell both for $10. One was not working, and he pointed to the one that did work, which is the one right here. So I asked him how much, and he was like $5 for this one. So he threw in all the power brick and all the cables too. It didn't have a controller, but $5. I cleaned it up a little bit, fired it up. It does work. I have to plug it into the TV downstairs to see if it actually outputs a video. I left it running for a while to see if it would red ring, and it didn't. So I'm hoping that this is a really good deal for $5. And I have a hard drive for it too. It didn't come with one. I also picked up that Wiimote from that same seller, and that was $1. It had some battery corrosion in it, so I pulled the batteries out. I still have to take a Q-tip and swab out the rest. But for $1, you can't beat that. Alright, this is from the ARC. I got a copy of Disney Sing It, and it's got the mic and the game in here. The box is not in the hottest shape, but I only paid $3 for this. Found a couple of Japanimation books. Rurouni Kenshi, Shaman King, and Mega Man Ent Warrior, or NT Warrior. These were 50 cents a piece, so $1.50 for all three of these. Alright. Got a copy of X-Men the original game, or the official game, for $2. Copy of Looney Tunes Back in Action for $3. The Herbs Sims in the City, this was $1. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was $1. Got this Sony network adapter instruction manual for 50 cents. Picked up a 320 gig hard drive. This cost me $3. I'm not sure if it works, but everything is like brand. It almost looks like this was refurbished or something. So, but for $3, you can't beat it, regardless of whether it works or not. I still have to plug it in and see if it actually does something. I found a Jungle Green controller. This cost me $3. Found 2 Sega Genesis games, Lethal Enforcers and Aladdin. These were $1 each. And from that same seller, I picked this up. This is a Sega Genesis controller. That was $1. What else do we have? All right, picked up this Mutant Ninja Turtle from another seller for $1. Street Fighter 2 for $3. Crash Bandicoot Collector's Edition. I picked this up for $5 from a seller who holds games for me. And then whatever I don't pick, she sells to Danny the Reseller. Now, Danny the Reseller is a guy that has a store in a flea market that sells video games, new and old. So what he does is in the morning, usually about 9 o'clock, he opens at about 10:30. So about 9 o'clock, he'll go there with a shopping cart, and he'll just look for every single video game thing related, and he'll just buy it. And it got to the point where even sellers started holding games for him. Like, whenever we'd go out hunting, we'd ask, hey, how much for these games? Or we see something behind the table, that's just sitting there. They always tell us that, we're holding that for Danny. Danny usually will give us good money for this stuff. Even if we try to make offers, they're just like, Danny will pay more. So I'm trying to get as many alliances as I can under my belt with resellers. One woman who sold me this for $5, she always shows me stuff before she considers selling it to Danny, so I can cherry pick what I want, and then Danny gets the rest, which is usually commons, sports titles, whatever. So then this woman's very reasonable. So for $5 for this Crash Bandicoot Collector's Edition was an awesome deal. I got a couple of other sellers there that pull games aside, for me, or, friends to look through and stuff like that. So it's kind of tapering down as far as sellers holding stuff for him, but there's still, 2 or 3 out there that still just will not sell to us. They'll sell to Danny. It's kind of annoying. So any win that we can get over him is a victory for all of us that go to the flea market. All right, so I picked up this Fender Stratocaster guitar for $2. I had to wait a little bit for this guy to, pull the box that this was in from his truck, but it was worth it. I'm not sure if it works yet, but around here, we need all the guitars we can because we love playing Rock Band, and, we've got a couple busted guitars already, so we try to pick these up on the cheap whenever we see them. All right, from another seller who we're cool with, as well. This guy holds stuff, video game related for us. And today I spotted a bunch of G.I. Joe toys. My homie Vernon got one, and I got this one, the Dreadnought Swamp Fire combination. This has all the pieces in it, already checked. It's even got the instruction manual. So this was $10. Also got a couple of G.I. Joe figures in plastic bags for $2 a piece. This is Destro. This is Gung Ho. We've got Cobra Commander. And finally, Snake Eyes. The character's not in here, but I paid $2 for this. So he said when he finds the character and the next time he sees me, he'll just give it to me since I've already paid for it. So pretty good deal on all that stuff. Very happy. All right. I found a copy of Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time 3D. I paid $8 for this. So that was a really good deal because I think this shot up in price, and I think these are like $50 just for the cart now. I could be mistaken, but it's just, I don't know why all of a sudden the surge in popularity with this and the spike in prices, but $8. All right, picked up this PSP bundle. This cost me $15, and it came with 3 games, and there's actually one inside of here too, which is a duplicate of a game that's out there, which is Medal of Honor Heroes 2. So I picked this up for $15, and the woman that sold it to me also threw in this game, Medal of Honor Heroes 2, $15 bundle. All right, picked up this silver PS2 controller for $2. It's in very clean shape. I hardly see these, so whenever I see some that are clean and not worn out, especially around the button area, I try to pick them up on the cheap. So this one was $2. All right, moving along. Before we get to that stuff, which is probably the highlight of the whole flea market day today. All right, so a guy had a ton of Lego sets, and he sold me the entire bundle for $30. A bunch of play sets that are in separate bags. This one's the thickest of them. So there's one play set, second play set, third play set, fourth play set, and fifth play set. So these are all complete, and they're all in each individual packages. I think one of them is a Star Wars. There's some characters in here as well, so got those. And I also got this Adidas box that had more stuff in it too. So, just a ton of loose Legos. It was pretty deep, but got a pretty good deal on it. I mean, $30 for a ton of Legos is always a good deal. So, I used to keep all of my Legos, play sets and whatnot. All right, so let's get to the main event at the flea market, which was that guy who was just giving tons of good deals on everything, got a ton of stuff. Vernon got a ton of stuff on the cheap. I mean, it was good times. I mean, it took a while. We were there for, I don't know, maybe an hour just at that one booth, just digging through stuff. And once we thought we were done, we started digging through some more tubs and found some more stuff. Vernon had to leave, and so I dropped some stuff off in my car, came back, dug some more, and I found a ton of other things as well. I mean, it was just like never ending. A lot of game stuff too. So we'll start off with the Super Multi Blu-ray disc writer. I paid $3 for this. It's got everything in there. I'm not sure if these are expensive or not, but I never owned a Blu-ray writer, so this is a first. This is a Hanamax. It looks like a high-end, high-availability network adapter. It's very expensive. I looked it up on eBay, and there was one selling for like $3 something. I didn't have a chance to actually look at sold listings because I didn't want the guy to really see me fiddling around with my phone too much. But I only paid $5 for it, so it's a good risk. I'll have to do some more research on it, but this is definitely going to be a recouper. I have no need for this. And I spent a lot of money this weekend. Not just on games, but had a date night, dinner, all that other stuff. So just a little bit of recouping to do on the game side and the personal side. All right. So how I first started off with this seller was I didn't get these two things first. I found a bunch of stuff and bundled it, and he said $25 for everything. So I got a Mac keyboard. This is part of a $25 bundle. The Mac keyboard, a ton of Transformers. That's one. That's another one. I've got a Gen 1 here, which is awesome. Got this too. It's all part of the $25 deal. Got this as well. And this other Transformer. This is I'm not sure which type of Transformer this is, but this is complete. That was part of the $25 bundle. Repeatograph set, which is a very high-end quality drawing set. I used to do a lot of ink. I used to draw a lot of cartoons and comics and stuff like that just for fun. And I had a set of these, which were, I think I had a set of 10. And they're very, very fine, almost needle-tipped pens. Didn't come with the ink, but still part of that $25 bundle, which also included this Gundam W Endless Waltz DVD. A couple of Gran Turismo games. The Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, I got the two different cover variants. Wii Sports Resort. This VIC-20 Raid on Fort Knox game. And an Xbox 360 battery cover for the back of a controller. So that was all part of a $25 bundle. So that's how we started off, was just all that stuff. And then I started digging and I found more things. This kind of took my time. So I was digging some more and I found two Game Boy SPs. And so when I was talking to the guy, I was like, do you have the plugs for these? And he's like, no. I was like, well, I mean, these don't turn on, so there's no way of me telling on whether they work or not. So he was like, you know what, just give me $5 for both of them, as is. And I was like, okay. So I still don't know if these work or not, but both for $5, plus this one came with Zelda, Link's Awakening. I still have to plug these in to see if they give a charge or not. But this is an AGS 101, which is really funny because I found a pair of these yesterday at that booth that was doing $20 a bag. So this is just really weird that the same colors showed up at another seller's booth. But the other ones didn't, the other one didn't have these stickers on it, and the other blue one, this was actually cleaner than the one I found yesterday. So both of those for $5, as is. Found a PSP power cord for $1. I also found this this light blue, looks like, or pastel blue DS Lite. There was a game inside, which is Nintendogs. Paid $15 for this. I'm not even sure if it turns on or not. Let's see. Battery's pretty dead. But it does fire up. Looks like the screens are okay. Looks like there's a slight thing over there, but $15. Can't complain for a unique DS Lite that even has a stylus, which is pretty cool. So decent shape. The trigger buttons are a little dirty, but $15, and it came with a charger. Found another Game Boy Advance SP charger in a different bin, and I paid $1 for this. DS Lite charger, $1. The iToy for the PS2, $1. He threw this in for free. It's just a power cable for whatever. I found another Game Boy Advance SP charger in a bin, so this was $1. And I think these two were the ones that went with those SPs. But they were just separated from each other. Did some more digging. Found a copy of Crash Bandicoot in a bin. The disc is slightly scratched. I think this will still play though. So this is the greatest hits version. It is a recouper. That was 50 cents. Also found a brand new Brother P-Touch labeling machine. It's brand new. It's got the plastic and everything. He only charged me $3 for this. I mean, like I said, he was just throwing tons of deals. It's just incredible. This guy was really, really cool. Apparently, I guess he knows me. I bought some stuff from him before. He told me to come see him in a couple of weeks. He's going to have some more video game related stuff and some more Transformers stuff that he remembers having at the house. This guy is legit. I think I remember buying a bunch of stuff from him before too, like some handhelds and controllers. And I think it's the same guy that I got the PS3 controllers for like $2. Yeah, that's the same guy. So that's the guy who I get stuff on the cheap all the time. He just wants to get rid of stuff. And he saves stuff for me too. So, anyways, so that's that. Found the instruction manuals for that as well. And then finally I found another Game Boy Advanced SP. This one he charged me $5 for it because it came with a game as well. No charger. But I doubt he was going to give me a good deal on this, considering I already got two of them. You know, I mean, when you're on a roll, you don't want to get too greedy, so, you know, that's fine. I'll pay $5 for this all day. So, I'm not even sure if this one works. Because, oh, I had a little flash. Battery's dead, so I'll plug all these in and see if they all work. But that is pretty much it for the yards. I mean, for the flea market stuff. After the flea market, I went to a couple places to, you know, like an indoor thrift store and whatnot. Found a couple things. I found a Pokemon bag. It's like a little zipper bag. And I paid $3 for this. It's pretty cool. Found some PlayStation Underground stickers. Don't ask me why I paid $1 for each of these, but I'm a big PlayStation fan, so these are really cool to have. So that was 99 cents. And gosh darn it, they folded it. Here's another PlayStation sticker, which is pretty cool. It's 99 cents. Finally, a copy of Mobile Armor for $2 for the PlayStation 1. The disc is in mint condition. I checked it. I mean, there's like no scratches. I don't even think this was played. But $2. Went to a couple other thrift stores, struck out. I actually went to an ARC that had a game that I didn't have in my collection for the PS2, and it's ESPN Winter Games Snowboarding. Paid $1.99 for that. And went to a Goodwill. I got a funny story to share regarding this one. So there's a glass case near the front door where, you know, I can walk in and just kind of glance and see what they have. I had my nephews with me, and we were all looking at this glass case, looking for games, and didn't find anything. And this was just kind of staring at us. So we went to the back where electronics were and everything, you know, didn't find anything. So we were about to leave, and then so I did a double take on the glass case, and I saw just a little sliver of green. And I was like, you know what? That's a Kiwi Game Boy Color. So I called a person over, and I was like, hey, can I see this case here? So the woman helped me open up the case, and it is a Game Boy Color. And I paid, for this entire thing, I paid $12.99. So, you know, I think the reason why this was still there all day was because of the fact that it didn't look like anything at first, unless you actually looked and saw like the color of the Game Boy Color in there. So it does come with a Game Boy Color. It comes with like a Mad Catz magnifying glass, bunch of I guess that's an AC adapter for the light of that, the backlight of that. Also came with some weird joystick looking thing, and a couple of games. Came with, oh, there's batteries too. Oh, I hope I didn't tear the label. Nope. So it came with tennis, NHL Blades of Steel, and I think there was a Game Shark in there. Oh, the link cable. And finally, it is a Game Shark. This is an Interact Game Shark. So, this whole bundle was $12.99 plus tax. So I went to a couple more ARCs, struck out, and decided to go home, and that is pretty much it. Alright, so that's all the pickups I got for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hope you guys like the new video format, and once again, happy hunting, and we'll see you guys next time.